Hello, hello. Are we live? I can't tell. Yes, we are. Hello. Right, I'm just going to wait a few minutes to see if anybody's going to join in. I wasn't even sure if anyone's going to join in because I only put up the notice a day ago for the live, and it's been such a long time since I've talked to you guys, so I'm just gonna wait a couple of moments. If you're here, feel free to say hi and let me know where you're from. Hey, hello Rachel from Australia, am I right? um, Welcome to this little live. I'm just gonna wait a couple more minutes before I say my things that I want to say, and then if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. So, first of all, thank you so much for watching the videos. I wanted to do a live when I surpassed 10,000 subscribers, which was a while ago now, but things got really hectic in the past few months and I finally managed to do it now. So thank you for subscribing to the channel. And that's number one thing that I wanted to say. And number two is that I'm really sorry for not putting up a lot of content recently, but the reason for that is most of you know that I do have this travel map creator website and shop. And a couple of years ago, it just started as like a small little hobby thing when I was doing maps for myself and other people for photo books. But then I started making all kinds of things with maps, like journals and bags and mugs and posters and whatever you can put maps on. And the shop became so busy before Christmas that basically something that was like a 20-minute job a day turned into a full-time job. And since then it's been continuously busy, so I've been doing that full power. The travel map creator is basically my full-time job now, and I also have another full-time job. I teach piano and singing to like 40 people every week, so that's the reason why I couldn't put so much content onto the Photobook Guru website and the YouTube channel, because I was just working not 9 to 5 but like 5 a.m. to midnight every single day. But anyway, things are getting a little bit more organized now. I'm trying to kind of estimate what I need to do and how to prepare, so more content is coming now. Yesterday I just posted a video about the Picto photo books, which were so nice, by the way, a new company that I just found out about, and a new DIY photo book crafty bookmaking video is coming very soon, and a couple of other reviews. Now let's see. There is William from Maine. Welcome, William. Thank you very much for saying hello. I actually was supposed to go to Maine 2 months ago, no, in January, and I went to New York, and then the temperatures really dropped, and I had a ticket to Maine, to Portland, and it was like minus 29 degrees, and I thought, I'm gonna die if I go there, so I had to cancel my ticket and just stay in New York. But I really want to go back there and see Portland and Maine, because I've seen so many amazing pictures of the scenery. Anyway, so we've got 6 people now, which is better than last time. So if you guys now have any questions about photo books, the travel map creator, anything that you want to ask, this is a good time for that. And also, I want to ask you what you would like to see in the future, because I was a little bit out of ideas of what kind of videos to make, because creating design videos doesn't really work if you do not use the same software that I use. And I could make more DIY videos, I quite enjoy those, but new photo books are not so, there are not so many new photo books that I can review, but I can do a lot more comparisons, or I don't know what would be the most useful to you, because I would rather make videos that are useful than just put content every single week that's completely useless. So feel free to share your comments, ideas about what videos you'd like to see, what you would find useful. I got quite a few emails and calls from photobook companies always asking me about market research and things like that, because this AI algorithm is kind of taking over the photobook world completely. Like every photobook company wants to create these apps which basically create the photo book automatically, pick your photos and do everything automatically. And basically they wanted me to say that that's the way forward, but I don't think that that's the way forward, because although it's an amazing thing, I still think that editing is a hobby and is a nice way to kind of de-stress after a long day, because you're looking at your pictures, trying to put them together. So these were the things that I was approached with recently. And what else I wanted to say? I wanted to talk about the membership. So I wanted to create a Patreon website for the Photobook Guru, but then I wasn't sure if it would be useful for the Photobook Guru, because it's not one of those things where it's not really a brand as such where I could get merchandise, but I could get you ideas as membership perks for photo books and templates, or even free giveaways for photo books or travel maps or anything from the travel map creator. So as I said before, if you just joined, since the travel map creator is taking my life completely over, this channel is dedicated to the two, because I'm not going to start another YouTube channel for the travel map creator. I do have an Instagram account for it, which is more dedicated to that instead of bombarding YouTube with product videos. But if you are interested in those kind of videos, then obviously I can put more of those onto YouTube as well. Right, so let me just see what's here. Anybody new joining the live, please feel free to say hi and tell me where you're from and whether you've been doing photo books or what other reason you've been following my channel. I'm always very interested to hear about these things. I don't really connect much here, but I want to do more lives, even if it's not extremely popular. Joan says, would like to see more videos about your thought process about designing a photo book as inspiration. So do you mean like the inspiration videos that I put up before, when I basically show the templates that I created and talk a little bit about how I came up with the template? I think that's what I understand from the question. I can do a lot more of those. To be honest, I haven't even been making too many photo books in the past few months for the reason that I just said. But I have quite a few new photos that I have to put into photo books, and I'm working on one right now, which is going to be a new style, and it's going to be something like this one here, which I started making. So this one has a linen spine and printed cover. This is a journal, by the way. It's a lay flat sewn journal, but I'm going to make a DIY photo book tutorial for a photo book, which is going to look like this. So a linen spine and the printed cover, and I'm going to make all of it like printed myself and bind it myself. And then I'm going to break it into two videos. One of them is going to be showing the designs inside the book and why I created those designs and how I created them. And the second one is going to be about making the actual book, so the physical parts of it. Rachel says, very interested in maps and the copyright issues. I need to make a first book. What do you mean by copyright issues? Copyright issues as in with my maps or just with photo books in general? Let me have a sip of coffee. I don't think there should be any issues with copyright when it comes to photo books or even the maps. Like the maps can be used freely in any kind of project you want if you refer to the maps that I create on my website. I don't know what maps you are referring to, but if you clarify it, then I can clarify the answer. That's it. Besides that, there are quite a few other photo books that are coming, like reviews that are coming in the near future. One of them is Once Upon a... Is it Once Upon? Let me see. What's the name of that? It is... Once Upon. Yeah, that's a kind of a smartphone photo book, so I'm going to do a review of that one. It's in the process. And then MPix is something that I promised a long time ago but didn't get around to doing it, but it's coming now as well. And what I wanted to do a month ago, which is again coming, is the most popular specs for wedding albums. So what are the most popular choices regarding the cover, paper, and all kinds of additional accessories that people choose for wedding albums, and where to get them. Okay, so I'm going to stay for another 5-10 minutes. So if you have any other questions regarding the photo books or travel maps, please feel free to ask them. And next time when I do the next live, I would try to put up the sign like a week before, so more people find out about it in time. And yeah, the one thing that I would really like to know is how many of you are actually interested in things with a travel map creator. Is it something that annoys most people when I post about it? Because in that case, I would rather keep it on Instagram or just stick to photo books and travel related content on YouTube. Rachel says, thank you. I was using Google Earth Map as reference for illustration, a client project, but we couldn't use it for publishing because of Google copyright. This was for remote areas and places. Yeah, so Google Earth has certain copyright notices in the bottom of the map, depending on where you access the maps from. So for example, I have a license with a company where I get my mapping from, and the license includes free prints, so I can sell them and print them as I want. Ian says, I'm going on safari next week and want to produce a photo book on return. Are there any books which include links to video footage, as I will be taking a GoPro as well as my camera kit? Yes, there are, and off the top of my head, because I was given 2 with video. How it works is on each page where you have photos, there is a QR code, and the QR code, when you scan it with your phone, the video starts playing, obviously from the internet, so you need to pay for the storage. But the one that I know of right now is Seewe in Europe. So I don't think it's available in the United States, but in Europe, if you look at Seewe, then they do offer that option. And in America, I'm not actually sure. I would need to look up. But if you look up QR code photo book on Google, that's what you're looking for. Now, I don't think that there are any photo book companies that would offer it in a way that your videos are on your own Google Drive and you can host them there. So they charge you a fee for hosting the videos, and that's how you can use the QR code. Another way would be for yourself to create a QR code for the videos that you have on maybe your own Google Drive, and then insert those into the photo book, and then you don't have to pay the company, because it's like a subscription fee. You have to pay for every single year when you want your videos to be viewable. Do you have any experience with photo books from Pixum? Not sure if they are available outside the Netherlands. Yes and no. No, in the sense that I don't have any right here, but I was in touch with the company a long time ago and I have seen their photo books, and I think it's almost identical to Saal. So it's a high quality photo book. They have standard, they have silver halide, It's kind of basic options for the covers, but it's a good quality photo book. So I think it's mostly popular in the Netherlands, Germany. I think it's actually a German company, and Austria. I think that's the three main markets. And I wanted to do a review for them, and then it kind of fizzled out because I just didn't see a big enough market in the US and the UK for it, as most of my viewers are from those two countries. Malcolm says, hello from Texas. Hello. Your reviews and tips have been very helpful in my forays in creating new books. I have a lot to make. I like what I've seen of the travel tool, but have not used it yet. William says, could you give us a link to your travel maps? I've not used them yet, but I was very impressed. Yes, so if you go to travelmapcreator.com, travel-map-creator.com, let me show you. I will link it in this video once it's on YouTube, but yeah, you can't actually see it. So I will link it in the video so you can see. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can actually put it here. So travelmapcreator.com. There you go. And then once you go onto the website, you have to go onto the Photobook digital maps. And by the way, I know that when I uploaded that illustrated map, I think it was a month or two ago, I said it's available in the web shop, but then I went to Panama the day after and I couldn't upload it. And when I came back again, it's just a lot of work and stuff. So it's some illustrated map styles are coming in the next week or so, and also a few more other styles. The most popular have been so far the minimalist maps and the elegant. Rachel says, your maps, I also think it's important to address ethics in revealing secret, hidden or sacred sites we may come across or print out. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I haven't had much experience with those. I never use like satellite maps in my maps, so you would never actually see a photo of a church or a sacred place. It's just labels and streets and a base for the map. So I don't know if that's what you mean, like revealing hidden sacred sites, because if it's just a map without satellite, you wouldn't see anything. It's just a label. But I don't think I've done so many maps in the past few months. It's like loads every single day now, and I've never really come across anything very sacred or hidden. Most of the things that people request are main cities like, you know, Paris or Argentinian tour or South American tour or safari tour in Africa or things like that. So I don't actually have any experience with that, but it's a very good point. But I think if somebody would request something like that, then I wouldn't find it on Google Earth anyway, so, or Google Maps. Great to know that Pixum is comparable to Sal. Yeah, for Ian going on safari, check out the work of Peter Beard's journals. Very inspiring way to see and journal. Yeah, I need to see that too. Right, so how are we doing? Yeah, 5 more minutes. So any more questions, and then I'm going to wrap this up. And once again, if you were not here in the beginning, I just wanted to say again a big thank you for subscribing and watching my videos, because we crossed 10,000 subscribers, and hopefully it's gonna get even more if I get myself into a routine of making more content. And if I do finish setting up the Patreon membership, if I can come up with something that I think is worth doing it for, then it will be advertised in the coming weeks as well. For safaris, by the way, I've done quite a lot of maps for safaris, and my sister actually is a huge wildlife photographer. She's on a trip every single month. Last time she went to Uganda to take photos of gorillas, and she went to the North Pole and all these insane places. And she creates tons of photo books with safaris and animals, and kind of logs them, what she's seen and where she spotted them and all kinds of things. So if you do a lot of wildlife photography, or you visit a lot of safaris, it's a good idea to create kind of a catalogue of what kind of species you've seen before and where you spotted them in some kind of little info box in the photo book next to the photograph, and or maybe on the left side of the page, a little fact sheet of the animal and where you've seen it, and then you can add some photos. It's just an idea for wildlife photography. Rachel says, just putting it out there for creators who may show places on the travel that could be sensitive, as an example, waterfall in Grand Canyon or beaches or temples. Yeah, so fair point. But as I said, if you do a standard map without any photos, then it's very hard to pinpoint these places because they just don't come up in the search anyway. But I think everybody can be the judge of that. So if you come across places which are not widely public, or people say that it's, you know, it belongs to a certain group of people, or they know about it, then obviously you need to be aware of that and approach it in that manner. Okay, so just looking through here. Right, so just a couple more minutes. If there's any more questions, please go for it now. Otherwise, I'm gonna go and start working on another video, and hopefully I can make these lives maybe once a month, even if it's just a few of you around. But it's a good thing to talk about photo books. It's easier to answer questions than typing it into comments. I try to go through comments every now and then, but again, you start going through them, and then after like 2 pages, it's like I need the break, and then when I come back to it, it's hard to find the ones that haven't been answered and so on. So I think the live is always a better, kind of more personal way of answering questions and kind of hanging out. I think there is a little delay with the video, as I can see myself on the phone. It's like a minute later than what I'm actually saying now. So I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you very much, guys, for joining in and saying hello. I really appreciate it. And as I said, this video is going to go onto YouTube. I'm just going to edit it a little bit, and I'm going to add the links inside into the description. And the next time we'll do another live, I'm going to put up a notice maybe a week before, just so people can see it before, because I know it's very hard to kind of jump onto it when it's advertised the day before. Right, so once again, thanks a lot, guys, and hope you have a very nice weekend, and speak to you soon. Bye bye.